Welcome back. My name is Kara and I work as a psychic medium. So something that comes up a lot in spiritual spaces is the idea of ethics, integrity, and really addressing the fact that spiritual work doesn't have any code of ethics officially. Intuitive work is a completely unregulated industry. There are no licenses, certifications that declare you have thought about ethics and that you are using ethical practices within your work. So that essentially means that you, as the consumer, have to determine whether the person that you would like to work with is ethical or accurate. I have worked with and interacted with many practitioners over the years, and while we can't know for sure before going into a reading, there are some traits that I believe you can look for, and there are some questions that you can ask them to kind of get a sense for how they work and how ethics plays into their work. So number one is just going to be a classic vibe check. You're going to want to hopefully talk to them over the phone, and if you can't talk to them over the phone, check out their website really thoroughly. If they have social media, you're going to want to at least check out a few of their videos where they're speaking or interacting with other people. The goal here is really just to check with your intuition and with your gut and to see how you feel about the person. If you feel excited, if you feel like you want to meet them and you can't wait to see what they have to say, that's obviously a great sign. If you're feeling a little bit wary, if you're feeling nervous about the person specifically, I would definitely trust that instinct. The next thing you can do is ask for firsthand accounts and recommendations from people. It always really helps to hear from someone that you personally know that they've had a good experience and they felt like the person was ethical and legitimate. If you aren't able to find any personal recommendations, you can also check out their Google reviews if they have any. It's always good to see a third-party review just to get a more accurate representation of somebody. There are also some questions that you can ask them ahead of time just to kind of get a sense of how they work and who they are. A good place to start would be to ask about their development and how that has taken shape. Are they continuously developing? How long did they practice? Who did they practice with? Did they work with a mentor? Things like that. Development is a very important piece of this work, and if there's any defensiveness around the answer or like dodging the answer, that can definitely stand out as a red flag. I personally look for people who have an attitude of continuous development, that believe that you are never truly done developing in intuitive work. So as soon as you are interacting with an intuitive who claims to know everything, claims that you are cursed and you need a specific service to heal you, those are obviously very predatory and unethical behaviors as well. You can also check on their website to see if they have anywhere that is a code of ethics or describes how they feel about integrity and ethics in this work. If not, you can always ask. That is also a question that should not be met with defensiveness, and if it is, definitely run the other way. So red flags to look out for during a reading, things like claiming to know everything, claiming to know your entire future, when you're gonna die, when your kids are gonna die, mentioning that you're cursed or that you have an attachment that they need to cleanse for you. Something else to look out for in session is something called cherry picking. In a session, we're channeling, we're receiving information. There are times when we're going to need to ask for confirmation on whether we're understanding or seeing something correctly. But if an intuitive is constantly asking you questions and you're just filling in blanks and then they create a story around that, obviously a red flag. So hopefully this was helpful for you. It can really be tough out there trying to find spiritual practitioners who are aligned with us. And it's okay to ask questions, and it's okay to make somebody explain their process and how they feel about their work. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time.